Imagine
he's checking up on it.
Check in on people, and you open the door, and someone's been knifed to death. And you're like, holy shit. And you're just realizing you're trying to turn the lights on. Like, what the fuck's going on? And he's an illegal immigrant. He's from another country.
Yeah, so he tried to hide.
And then the woman blames it on him, and it's just crazy.
Oh, it fucking sucks.
And it's just such a flawed system. And the thing is, like, there's an incentive for a prosecutor once they're starting to try a case. They want to win that fucking case. They got a record. They have a reputation. And so they're trying to win. And when it's like a government prosecutor or, you know, like a district attorney, and they know there's some information that would exonerate that person, they're just like, they don't give a fuck.
That seems like a problem, making it like competitive for lawyers.
It's very bad.
To be like, I want to win, or like DAs that are like, I arrested the most people.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah.
Right. Then they run for office, and it's like, remember that? And they're like,
I was tough on crime, and then all of a sudden, 10 years later, being tough on crime is racist. You're like, I wasn't tough on crime. Now I'm the vice president.
Yeah, man.
I didn't call them super criminals.
Super predators.
Yeah, super predators
right.
is nuts.
That's crazy. That's crazy. He's getting jammed up on like manila folders when he was like kissing 12-year-old girls on camera.
I don't know
Joe Biden.
jack. I don't know jack shit about politics, but if I had to guess, they're trying to get rid of him.
Yeah.
That would my guess would be they're trying to get rid of him. If all of a sudden his own aides are sending these, instead of like taking these classified documents which you have located and go, well, let's not do that again, and fucking locking them up somewhere. His own aides
self-reporting.
Dude.
Come on.
That sounds sus. Well, no one self-reported that fucking laptop.
I know.
That
was Russian disinformation. That reeks of Russian disinformation.
They got a hold of the social media companies and lied to them. They did whatever the fuck they could to keep that from happening. And even this, they discovered this before the midterms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't release the information until after the midterms.
I mean, dude, everyone said this a million times, but like the news, if that was flip-flop, if it was, you know, Trump's kid, that would have been all over. It would have been like, this is the fate of our democracy, rest in the sons of the blah, blah, blah,
100%.
blah, blah.
And the media would have gone right along with it.
Yeah, and it's like so obvious, and it sounds trite, but it's like, dude, why do what's the incentive to be like, nah, fuck that guy, not that guy? It's like, that kind of freaks me out.
Dude, there's a bunch of us that are just unrepresented. It's the reasonable middle. The reasonable middle of the world. Unrepresented. You got radical left and radical right. You got people that are all in on the Republican Party, and you should never get an abortion, even if you've been raped. You got wild shit on that side, and on the other side, you got men can get pregnant. You got all this chaos. You got, you know, FTX. So he was just making mistakes. No big deal. We should barely even attack him. We don't even need to bring him in. Come on, guys.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Why would they let that guy off the hook?
The number 2 donor to the Democratic Party.
Oh, duh.
Number 2.
Yikes.
Just by George Soros. And they're like, whatever. No one's freaking out.
My favorite is the Republicans hanging on to that Santos dude.
That is wild.
The Republicans are like, no, he's a good dude.
That guy should be in jail.
Santos is the guy who was like, I'm Jewish.
Oh, that
and they were like, you're not Jewish. And he's like, I meant Jew-ish. I'm like a Jew.
He's a master of the English language. He's a master of the English language.
He lied about so many things.
He lied about everything.
I found out about it on the podcast, and then I went on a deep dive. I'm like, this guy's wild.
Dude.
I was looking at him yesterday. The first article that came up was like, he lied about being a volleyball star. That's the funniest
Well, you ever see Biden lie about his education? Have you ever seen that clip? Where he lied about his education, they fact-checked him on the news?
What did he say he was?
Oh, my God. He just flat out lied about his credentials.
I think it fucked him up in that debate.
Oh, for sure.
He was running a while ago, and he got fucked up.
Well, he ran for president in 88.
He like plagiarized the speech.
Yeah.
He did that.
Dude, we used to do Joe Biden night at Stitch's Comedy Club in Boston where we'd all do each other's acts. That time, Joe Biden lied about his academic credentials. So watch this video because it's fucking crazy.
He was 76 of 85.
He was so silly.
He might have gotten it wrong, though. He might have been like 85 to top.
Truthfully, a guy who finishes 76 would get it wrong.
Video.
It just says it's the road to the White House.
No, this is the video. I've seen it. He argues with this guy.
And the other question is, could you quickly, I think
I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom 2/3 of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the International Moot Court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
You rewind that and look at the guy who wants to fuck him so
let it
bad.
go on.
Did you see how happy that guy was? He was like, "You're doing it, Joe."
I know.
Now,
I'm not questioning your IQ at all. I'm just saying that with the people that we have elected to office in recent years, I think that we have to question their credentials very solidly.
Well, I think you're right, Frank.
Damn.
But you know what I find kind of interesting? It seems to me if you can speak, you're at a liability in the Democratic Party anymore. It seems to me you've all become heartless technocrats. It seems to me that you forget that what happens is we've never, as a party,
okay, pause
we have
this.
never...
This is now nonsense.
Biden rules.
Yeah.
Now go to
pretty nasty, dude.
go
fucking love
to
Biden.
the article where it says what his actual stats were. Because someone fact-checked him on the news. It's not in that clip. There's one that they played that clip on the news and then fact-checked it.
That'd be a nice edit, like cutting that to like now him just fucking bumbling around on stage talking nonsense.
He's actually 70th in a class of 85, so he wasn't in the top half. But there was a bunch of other stuff that he lied about in that clip too. In the news clip where they check it, this like hardcore news guy goes, "Actually, the true story is," and he just lays it all out. And
That blows.
it sucks a
Can you
fat
imagine
one.
if you're
there
lying
it
and a
is.
dork
Explaining
comes
to
in?
do.
Yeah.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship.
Yeah,
the only
scoot,
one
scoot
in my...
ahead a little to the where you
control
can't.
the video.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it's
That's
even
okay.
on.
Keep playing it.
That's crazy.
in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
His memory had failed him. My memory had failed
He
me.
was like, "I'm fucked
but his
up."
memory seems so good right there. It was like that would be so scary if you could maybe that was the early signs of dementia.
Yeah.
You could rattle off facts that you
Lies?
think are facts.
Oh boy. I'm
Maybe
fucked.
he believed it.